Welcome to this week's episode of Take Control Tuesdays, where you learn to take control of your diet, your weight, and your health. I'm Trisha Mandis, and today I'm going to explain to you what a whole foods plant-based diet actually is. So, what are whole plant foods? Whole plant foods are those that can be pulled directly from the garden and eaten in their original form. It's whole because it contains all of the original food and all of its original nutrients. You're eating the entire thing. So whole plant foods include whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and legumes. Whole grains include foods like oats. I have red quinoa back here. You can have barley, farro, buckwheat, rice, corn, and the list goes on. There's so many different whole grains to choose from. Fruits include our standards like apples, banana, pears. There's different berries, melons, tropical fruits you can eat, and you can have them fresh, which is preferred. You can also have them frozen, which is awesome, or even canned as long as it's just fruit. You can also have an abundance of vegetables every day, and vegetables include all our different salad greens, spinach, kale. You have mushrooms and potatoes and eggplant and any kind of vegetable you can think. You can eat all of them. And then we also have legumes, and legumes are beans, peas, lentils, and split peas. And examples of those include, we have black beans here, and kidney beans, and red lentils. And there's so many different varieties of lentils and split peas as well. So what doesn't a whole foods plant-based diet include in it? Well, this includes dairy. We're not eating dairy. We're not eating any meat, including fish, and we're not eating any refined foods. And refined foods include white flour and refined grain products, like most crackers and breads on the grocery shelf stores. And we're not eating any oils because they're a refined food, and sugar is also a refined food. A refined food is one that does not contain all of its original nutrients. So it's not a whole food. So most of the nutrition and the fiber has been stripped from these foods and leaving you with a lot of empty calories, which is horrible for us in so many different ways. So again, just to recap, what we are eating every day, every meal if possible, are whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and legumes. What we're not eating is meat, dairy, and refined foods such as oil, sugar, and refined grain products. So that's it in a nutshell. So how do I know you're going to do awesome eating a whole foods plant-based diet? Well, one of the reasons is because when you eat plant-based foods, they're really filling and satisfying, and they fill up your belly, and it tells your brain that, hey, I don't need to eat anymore. So you stop eating. It regulates, you're really regulating your hunger. So they're filling because they contain a lot of fiber, water, there's a lot of bulk as well, but also whole plant-based foods that have starch in them are incredibly filling. So these are the foods that I want you to make up the bulk of all of your meals. So this includes starchy whole foods include lots of beans, whole grains, and then starchy vegetables such as potatoes, sweet potatoes, and squashes like I have here. So these need to be the base of all your meals so you don't feel hungry, because if you're just eating fruits and vegetables, you're going to feel hungry. So what does a whole foods plant-based diet look like when you're eating it throughout the day? So for breakfast, you might have buckwheat pancakes, or you might have oatmeal, or you might have cereal made out of 100% whole grain flour with some fruit on top. So it can be a standard breakfast. And for lunch, you might have a vegetable wrap with sweet potato fries, or you might have a veggie burger, or you might have pizza without the cheese with a lot of veggies on top. You might have a sweet potato black bean burrito, one of my personal favorites. And for dinner, you could have pasta primavera. You can have rice and beans. Again, you can have burgers, but they're going to be veggie burgers. You can have mashed potatoes and corn. We're just not going to load these foods up with butter and sour cream and a lot of added fat. So that's what a whole foods plant-based diet could look like in your life. So I want you to start taking control now. And in the comment section below, I want to hear what one meal you are going to eat tomorrow that's going to be a whole foods plant-based meal. I want you to commit to either making one or buying a meal that is 100% whole foods plant-based, and let me hear what you have to say. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you next week.